All right. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Everyone's good. Maybe I'll share this screen. I don't know. I don't know how to use TradingView yet, so it would probably be better to share on that. So let's look at, right now we're looking at MGK. Futures. We're in I don't know what's going on with this. I changed it to some indicator and it's like ridiculous. So the biggest things I've been doing is I mark my high of the day, high of today, low of today, and then I mark my high of yesterday, low of yesterday. Let's make this one a different color. It's confusing. I got so many. And then there's one that's just like been, maybe I got to get some of my screen cleaned up here. Oh, cool. We do got the right one on here. Cool. Woke up a little bit late. Find us some traders to trade with. Nobody's here yet. Nobody even knows I'm doing this, I don't think. So, I mean, people know I'm day trading, but
America doesn't exist. There's Blue America and Red America and Tech America and all these different sub-tribes within it. The word American is like the word Korean.
You're saying something here, Balaji.
Digital AI disrupts Democrat jobs, and physical AI disrupts Republican jobs. Democrats destroyed democracy in California. And the reason is California is a one-party state. The MAGA understanding of the world is that the world is exploiting Americans. A few $100 going to people in Maui, for example, when their houses burned down, but billions going to Ukraine.
Walk me through how America breaks apart if this.
I love that show. Impact Theory.
Welcome back to the channel. Blues right here. Thanks for dropping by. Today's video, I want to talk about faction wars, but I want to talk about it strictly. Folks, Wall Street has been accumulating very specific stocks over the past few weeks. And in today's video, we're going to break down the top.
Lots of good stuff on my feed this morning. It's such an addiction. YouTube is such a bad.
America doesn't exist. There's Blue America and Red.
When we look at what social media has done to America, it's Let's start with one of these nasty ones. It's been undeniably worse than the war on drugs. Like the war on drugs was one up until Eminem was really focused in on one, or at least it was only shown as into one racial ethnicity. And as a minority, it was a minor problem. Just by definition. Not saying it was, I'm just saying by definition it was a minor problem. And when I'm showing it came into middle America and Pfizer or whoever with the Oxy really brought that to everybody. And so that problem had to stop. And now we have social media, which affects you in every single way the same. In fact, it shuts down your cognitive function while you're conscious. You don't get that euphoria. It's so detrimental. So deadly. Okay, so yesterday I found some Ninja Trader Live thing I really liked. We'll start with some Clay Trader today.
I'm gonna do it. Won't do it. I'm doing it.
I don't know if you guys can hear him, if it's just background noise. I haven't really
Name
seen.
the theme song. Name the theme song. Let's see what kind of movie connoisseurs we have here. Is that right? Yeah, I think I'm fitting a square peg to a round hole there. I'm gonna watch that trend line here on gold. I mean, from a big picture standpoint, like a real big picture standpoint. Just some sort of kind of big old bear pennant here. Nice. Yes, correct. Jurassic Park. Well done. One of the best theme songs ever. It plays whenever I walk into a room. Like somebody plays it on the radio. No, it just plays. It just comes out of thin air. All right. Yeah, I think gold looks a little bit more interesting right now. As one of those days, gold pro, then they're trying to test. Yeah. So did you not have any more pros? Stable? I'm selling gold from 44.34. All in balling. My opinion is this is my opinion.
Stop.
I'm not arrogant enough to think that I know
You
your
hungry?
rules and your strategy better than you do. So my opinion is this: follow your strategy, follow your rules. So what do your rules? What does your strategy say you should do? Follow that. Okay, you just decided not to fire it up. You don't want to toast it. Gotcha. Fair enough, Raspberry. Yeah. So typical, I try to be responsible and save my pro account, but had I used it, I've been there. But that's all hindsight bias deal. Had you cooked those accounts, you'd be like, man, I'm glad I didn't fire up that racehorse. Again, the white line here, as far as my platform, this maps out the low of the day. I don't know. Try double bottom here, maybe. I'm not going to commit to it, but maybe. I'm trying to keep an eye on gold. Ooh, okay. I will try it. If it breaks the trend line on this candle, I can't do it. But what would be great is this. This candle comes down here and closes slightly above it. Next candle starts, comes up a little bit, and then comes down and breaks through. That way I can get an entry right around here, and I can have like a tight little stop. So that's my ideal world. And this candle will keep on moving for the next basically 45 seconds. So these are 2-minute candlesticks, meaning each one of these moves around for 2 minutes. And that's what that That's what that timer is watching. So when that hits 0, a new candle will start to form. As of now, I need this to come back down to give me my kind of like ideal situation. I wanted a 973 target, but I exited the short much earlier. It happens. Okay, yeah. So we still got, okay. Come on, come back down. Come back down. Yeah, okay. Not looking like I'm going to get my little, no, definitely not going to get it now. 2, 1. All right, next candle. There it is. All right, never mind on that one. I'll try to keep a close eye on it. Man, silver is so intimidating. Is silver even worth trading anymore? Okay, sorry, I am the balloon, but you said that. Okay. You asked what is the buffer on the pro account. What I'm saying is this. Whatever your drawdown is during the test phase, that amount is your buffer in the pro account. DJ is laughing at something. I don't know what.
So this is what he's doing right now.
Laughing at me, which is makes me self-conscious. Oh, I think people just laugh at me for no reason. Hurts my feelings. I don't like shorting this breakdown here if it happens. Not after this candle has formed.
Okay, so that's what his looks like.
Well, all right. Been a while since I've seen him. All right, I am trying to juggle. Maybe. Yeah. All right. If it goes without me, then it goes without me. I didn't like it, and I was wrong to not have liked it. There is a nice follow-through move right there. Well, for any of you that were like, Clay, man, I disagree. I like the trend line, but I'm gonna, because I'm an independent thinker, I do like a short right there. Hey, once again, the power of independent thinking. Don't be a blind, lazy sheep.
So you can see he wanted to short. It was gonna form this hammer.
I mean, it didn't look good for me, and I mapped out why it didn't look good, brother, because of this candle right here. Trading some gold today, I see. Well, if you scroll back, fake leaves, you'll get all the you'll get the full experience.
Yeah, it looks like he made the right call. If this candle right here would have closed right here, he would have got in short on this break.
Hit the 79.73 target without you. Well,
That would have gave him a nice stop loss, a short stop loss, and some
right,
room
drive
to. He would have
here.
thought it was going to break down closer to the daily low.
I want to see how this candle forms. If I can get a hammer here, well, stay a hammer. Yeah. So let's see how this candle forms. So again, in my ideal world, this candle closes, somewhere, just gives me a hammer, and then the next candle, very specific, comes straight back down. Wherever it closes, comes straight back down and then comes up. I don't want to see it come up and then down. So however this candle closes, assuming it's a decent candle, I then want to see this next one come straight down. And if it does that, then I'm throwing my order like right up around here. NASDAQ is so scary. Yeah. Well, if you think it's so scary, then good for you. I don't have any problem with ES. ES is a little too slow for me, but if it works for you, perfect. Almost identical entries on both, but I overmanaged the funded instead of. Yeah. Sometimes we do overthink things. We get a little too fancy. I've certainly been there. All right, again, watching the timer. This candle is going to be done moving around in about 10 seconds. Okay, this is not the candle I'm looking for either. I said a hammer candle or something close. This is not that.
So we are.
Yeah, this is
How far behind?
Okay, come down. I don't want it to come up too much.
Oh, he switched it on me. I want to know. This is.
Yeah. ES is a little too slow for me too, but we're all different though. So if you find the ES right up your alley, more power to you.
So he's jumping quite a bit here.
We got to get off the charts. I'm going to make bad decisions with this price action. Well, hey, somebody got a shot. That's why traders need this right here. That's why traders need this right here. Yes, you need Yes, you need internet. Yes, you need like a phone or a tablet or a computer to be a day trader. You also always need to have a roll of toilet paper for moves like that, folks. Don't forget about budgeting in toilet paper. There you go, Timbo. That's the secret. Oh boy, I might try to get a little too cute. Was that just some nasty fake break, and now we're about to get a move back up? I'm trying along here. Maybe just a fake breakdown scares some people. Let's see. Just blew your 15th account today. Yeah, it sounds like you were on account tilt. So be careful. All right, like I said, maybe this was some sort of fake breakdown. Do we get some sort of equally spastic snap back up now? Let's see.
What's going on the one?
Then we're going to get long at the green line. We're also at March 20th low. Okay, I'm in. Just try to take a little target right there to put a little bit of the risk behind me. Come on. Oh, overall. Oh, okay. I thought you meant your 15th account today, as in like you've blown 50 accounts today. Okay, overall, gotcha. That lessens what I thought I heard at first. Come on, at least, like I said, at least hit that first target. Come on. Push, push, push. He. Oh. He. Oh. Hey. Okay. Should I sing? Does it need a song? I don't know if the market's in a singing mood or not. Sing me a song.
I don't think it's going to get there. I think it's.
Sing me a song.
I don't know if I get back up to that.
We're trying to make some money and avoid living under a bridge. La-di-da, to just go up a little bit more. I don't want to live under a bridge. I have a family I'm trying to feed. Please just bounce a little bit more. Okay, I'm not. I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering splendor. Tell me the last time you've been on a magic carpet. A whole new world. Thank you. Shining. I don't know the lyrics anymore. Let's make sure this is break even. Please keep bounce. Oh, okay. Should I bring out the secret weapon? Do I bring out the secret weapon?
Well, all right.
It's raining men. Oh, well, okay. Don't sing that one then. Never mind. The market is not it's raining men type of mood. Don't. Okay. No, not that one.
All right, so let's mark this one up. That was a fun trade.
Yeah, what's on? Dang. Well, at least I got my first target hit, but that I wish there could have been a little bit more follow through. Literally stopped. Yeah, it did not appreciate that sound effect one bit. Gold just went a little lower. Yeah. I'm going to stick with MNQ for now, though. What platform am I trading at? I'm trading with Take Profit Trader as my prop firm. So layer number 1, I'm with Take Profit Trader. That is the link that you see at the top of the screen. And then through Take Profit Trader, I am using Tradeovate as the platform. The whip could be a good TikTok clip. If so, I don't know. I'm not a TikTok expert. All right, we'll see if we can try to get. I'm interested in another long, maybe down around here now. Especially if this is a nice little hammer candle. So we have almost as I've been pointing out the timer. This candle is about to be done moving. Yep, I like it. I like it. So like I said, I want to see this thing come straight down. I don't want to see it come up and down, but right here, this is beautiful. Yep, just come straight on down. Good, good. Yep. All right. This is what I'm wanting so far. Obviously, it's still got to come down here, but this is exact initial movement that I wanted to see.
Okay. Lock that guy
I was
in.
short when you're long. We both won. Oh, great. Participation trophies for everybody. Okay, here we go. Maybe. Come on. Okay. Come on. Come down a little bit more. Just trying to play a little bit of a double bottom here. Okay, I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. My first target there.
We are back to the bottom.
Come on, hit that first target. Hit it. Hit it. Hit. 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 Dude, come on. Thank you, brother. Okay, stop is right there. So it could still be a losing trade. It'll be very, very minimal, though, at this point, since I was able to take out some profit, and now I only have 2 contracts left. So could still technically be, if I did the math right, okay. So a small losing trade on that one. Well, I tried. I tried. She bounced enough to at least hit my first target and then back. So, okay. Trade with the trend. Really? That's how easy it is? Okay, well, T. Woot, help us out here, brother. Help us take that slogan and make it more practical. So could you give us 3 numbers to help illustrate how we should be trading with the trend? Could you give us an entry, a stop, and a target? Could you give us those 3 numbers? That will help. That will help make it more practical for me to understand what you mean by trade with the trend. So could you give us 3 numbers, bro? Or do you got too much creatine powder on your fingers right now? Clay, how can I not be scared of short? I know why. I don't know. I realize it's bizarre at first, but you get used to it. But I mean, there's no to be scared. Just put it. That's what stop loss are for. Only take winning trades. Pretty. I know. Okay, well, we're all waiting for T. Woot to show us what trade the trend means. I mean, he might as well just say, "Hey, bro, buy low, sell high." Oh, okay. He might be in between sets right now doing his deadlifts, or he's eating his chicken breast and broccoli right now.
There is no trend, and the trend is bearish. Like,
Creatine water is a thing. Where'd T. Woot go? Hello? Maybe he's going for a PR right now. Going for a PR on the deadlift of 85 pounds. Let's go. Get those 85 pounds up.
let's see. Is there a trend here, guys?
He's in it. I put it in water. Oh, okay. I didn't know if there was actually literally a creatine water now or something. Okay, so you make your own creatine water. Gotcha. Well, you're much calmer lately. Nah, you've just toughened up a little bit, Chevelle. You've actually gotten some hair on your chest since the last time you've been here, boy. Welcome to the world of manlyhood.
So we are. What are we
If you have any
trading right
questions
now?
about why you're getting hair into your armpits, just let me know. If you have any questions about why your voice is starting to change, let me know, brother. I'm the exact same, but you have changed. Your body's going through something right now that could be confusing to you, but I'm happy to explain. I mean, it happened to me at age 3, but that's okay, man. My short really played out. Good job, Brad. Other YouTube finance chats are so annoying now because people are allowed to just flap them. Yeah, I mean, where did T-Wood go? What a dead. Trade the trend, bro. Okay. Could you specify? Crickets. Which proves the point. Yes, cliche sayings don't mean anything. I was laughing at something when someone commented, but that was
So
yeah,
there's
I
this
don't know,
that
man.
Tory
Like,
trend trader or
we should bring
whatever.
that along with our new prop room. We'll call it creatine water, and all we'll do is just throw creatine in water and then bottle it. Hey, 444 trading, fantastic! Congrats, man.
All right, let's see.
Man, what you mean, man?
So he helped me get some money in today. That's cool of him.
In this Rookie versus Pro Trading Challenge, one of my own members has challenged me to a 10-day head-to-head trade-off to see who can make the most money. So, will I remain the reigning champ or will I lose my crown? On day 10, this member
I'm a little bit nervous right now because I'm about to get on a flight and go to this country that is very, very different from any other country that I've ever been to before.
Deep in the middle of Asia is one of the most isolated and mysterious countries in the whole world, where it is very, very hard to get in. And even if you get in, it's almost impossible to share with the outside world what's going on inside. It has a legacy of bizarre dictators that have turned the country into, according to every YouTube video you'll find about the country, the strangest country on earth. So apparently every building in the capital has to be made out of light.
Whoa.
Number 9's latest project made him.
By UAP. Each incident was witnessed by multiple personnel, documented, investigated, and
You've been really honest about how disappointed you are in Sir Keir Starmer's particular relation to Iran. So I'm curious about your phone calls with him, how easy they might be. And also, were you surprised by...
Are we talking about Starmer?
Yes. Are you surprised by how
Want the fastest working GLP-1 for half the price? Roe now offers FDA-approved weight loss injections cheaper, so you can see weight loss results faster. Lose 20% of your weight with the formula from Eli Lilly that hits not one, but 2 hormones to work harder. Weight loss faster, confidence higher, price cheaper. See if you qualify at roe.co/YouTube.
So there is an algorithm, and if it follows the same pattern, that's exactly the same pattern it's been the entire time, which, you know, with this Bitcoin bullcrap,
The winning deals are on
it still has another 20,000 to fall.
Now just $3.79 a month.
But you should be able to triple your money you put into it over the next year. Like it'll take back off after October for a few years or something like that. I don't know. I stay out of Bitcoin. I don't know.
These deals won't last long. Beat the buzzer.
I have
Visit
a
Peterson Toyota today.
Kraken account, and every trade just lost money, even if I made money. And I was like, this is stupid.
So what makes you think they'd be there if we needed them for something? And your prime minister was not there, as you know. He was there after we won. He said, we'd like to send some ships. I said, we already won. We don't need them anymore.
Can you explain why he was reluctant to help?
Why what?
Why he was reluctant to help with Iran?
He didn't have to. I didn't ask him. I just said, just tell me, you know. I mean, we're always going to be there. Or at least we were. I don't know about it anymore, to be honest with you. I have to be honest. We were always there when they needed help. We always would have been there when they needed help. I mean, think of it. We're there to protect Europe from Russia. In theory, it doesn't affect us. We have an ocean, big, fat, beautiful ocean. But we're there to protect NATO, to protect them from Russia. But they're not there to protect us. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. I tell you, a lot of people were big NATO people. I was never big. It was okay. I got them to pay 5%. By the way, they haven't paid it yet. You know that. You know, I got them to pay 5% from 2% to 5%. They didn't pay it yet. I got them to pay up to 2% because they weren't paying the 2%. Then I got them to pay 5%, which it should be at. And we had a lot of people, oh, that was great. Oh, only Trump could do it. But the problem is they haven't paid. Because if you look at the numbers, they haven't paid yet. So we were there for them, but they were not there for us. Did we need them? No. I never thought we needed them. I was more doing a test. I said, I really would love to have you come up. Bring your boats. You can sail through the beautiful Hormuz Straits, and you can protect people that are being shot at. They didn't do it. And that's small potatoes. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, does it affect the state? Is it with the king that you're now having April? Looking forward to that?
With the king?
With the king?
No. No, he's a friend of mine. He's a great gentleman. As you know, he honored me and our country. He really honored our country. But we had an amazing time. I've known him as Prince Charles. I know him as King Charles. I'm proud of him. He's fighting a tough battle. He's tough. I think he's a fantastic. It has nothing to do with that. It's different. But and with him, he's going to be here very soon. As you know, we're going to have a state dinner. It's going to be great. But I was very disappointed when the prime minister said, I won't be able to. It started with the island that the indigenous have claimed away from your country. And for some reason, you went for it. And all of a sudden, indigenous people that never saw the place, they never saw it. He was afraid that we would do something to it. So, because he's a liberal, that's the way they think. To land that beautiful B-2 bomber, we were told we can't use it. We'd have to fly back to Missouri, which is a 17-hour flight, as opposed to a couple of hours. And I said, you gotta be kidding. Not good. They made a big mistake.
Mr. President, is the writing deadline for Iran, is that pushed back now or not?
I don't know yet. I don't know. Mr. Witkoff and JD and Jared will tell me whether or not they think it's going along. And if it's not going along, maybe not. And we have a lot of time. You know what? It's a day. In Trump time, a day, you know what it is? That's an eternity. Say it, what?
European Parliament just passed a major deportation plan. Some of the tenets of it are that member states can deport rejected asylum seekers to their countries regardless of whether they have a connection to it. It allows for detention periods of up to 2 years and also offshore return hubs or detention centers similar to ours.
Who did this? Which country?
European Parliament, and the vote was not close. It was 389 in favor to 208 against.
I'd vote with them, yeah.
Europe is where you are now. Do you think that will move the needle with Democrats?
I don't care about the Democrats. The Democrats hate our country. The Democrats are in chaos right now. And they have no common sense. You know, they have one quality that's amazing. They stick together. And it's harder because they stick together in a ridiculous policy like men playing in women's sports, open borders for everybody, including murderers and anybody else that want it. We're open to you. Come in, murderers. You know why they do that? They do that for a couple of reasons, but they do it for votes because they think they're going to vote for the Democrats. Even though I did great with the Hispanic vote, tremendous with the Hispanic vote. You know, I turned that whole thing around. The Hispanics like me and I like them. And you know, it's interesting with the Hispanics. When I built the wall, everybody said, oh, that's going to ruin us for the Hispanic. It was just the opposite. They know all about immigration and they know all about death and crime, and they're smart people and they have common sense. They wanted to be protected from the people that were coming into our country. So, you know, I won the election with a very tremendous Hispanic vote, and I think it's higher now than it was then. So we're a party of.
I really missed that rise, didn't I?
Fueled by the meat, organs, and bone, and whole prey nutrition.
I saw it on the S&P when I was looking at it.
I believe our country would have been destroyed by now. 1 year, this order would have taken. If you had Kamala or Sleepy Joe.
Can't get in now. Who knows how? I mean, it might climb forever, but if I get in right now.
I believe, and by the way, Gavin Newsom, who is one of the candidates, I believe he took himself out of the running when he says he suffers from mental disability. And a reporter said it was terrible that I talked that way about somebody with mental disability. I said, I have no problem with it, but I don't want a person with mental disability to be my president. I mean, you don't want to have a person with mental disability.
Okay, we're going to continue to monitor the president. It's been going on since 10:35 a.m.
He's as dumb as all the people in the room, and he got accused of being a racist, which was an amazing thing. I thought it was the worst interview I've ever seen anybody give. He's actually a very stupid person. So I believe he's out of the running. I think that statement, that interview, he admitted that he's a stupid person. I don't want a stupid person being president. You know, I'll say it right now.
Get the clothes on.
Don't press on reports. I'm the only president that ever took a cognitive test. I took it 3 times. It's actually a very hard test for a lot of people. It wasn't hard for me. But it's a cognitive test. It starts off with an easy question. And by the time you get to the middle, it gets tougher. By the time you get to the end, very few people can answer those questions. You get great mathematical equations and things. I took it 3 times. I aced it all 3 times in front of numerous doctors that I have no idea who they are. Who they are. But I was told when I went in, they said, Doc Ronnie told me this. My current doctors were fantastic doctors. They said, well, if you take it, you know, it's Walter Reed. It's essentially a public hospital. And if you do badly, it's probably going to get out. But I aced it. I got them all right. And one doctor said, I've never seen anybody get them all right. I've been doing the test for 20 years. I want people, I would love to see anybody that's president or vice president, or anybody that has any chance of being president. I would like to see them take a cognitive test. Because we had a man.
The thing about Trump,
What was
it's like, it's
Now, let me get into a secret.
okay. That's got to be fabricated information, right?
I'll tell you
Like,
about
or the test was coercible.
I know all about him. He was in the spot. Highly overrated.
I mean, I don't know. Memory tests, I'm not very good at.
Our country can't
So
fight without it.
maybe he does have a perfect memory at 70-something years old.
Stop over.
I doubt it, but.
I had to do a little stopover.
And the thing is, like, he doesn't need to lie about it. He obviously has more cognitive function than the deteriorating Democratic president that had brain cancer or whatever.
Millions and billions,
Like,
trillions over the years. I said,
it's a sad day, but like the way the country went when Kamala Harris was the president,
Thank you very much.
was filling president after they couped. Like we lost America there. It's not America anymore. It's something different. It's just
White House. This meeting, I believe, his longest, perhaps since he's come back to office for his second term, a little over an hour and a half. The president making some notable headlines, beginning with that the Iranians are the ones who are begging to make a deal with the United States. The president says.
All right, let's get back to trading, shall we?
Iranians who are begging to make a deal.
I was watching that because maybe there was. I'm pointing over here. Maybe there was some news
earlier this
that
week
would affect
by
anything.
stating
But
that and announcing that
he's just blabbing on like the president does. I did find this place, and I liked it, but it was a little bit. It was a little bit delayed, so
Whether you're a professional or just
I couldn't really use it. It's called Live Scanner and Halt Signals, No Delay. Brought to you by Zendu, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good screener for trending ups. My Funded TV Thursday live futures trading. It's a lot of dudes. I didn't know this was a whole thing. Like, I thought I was starting something new. As soon as I started streaming live, all these live feeds come on.
I don't know. Is this like a triple bottom here? I don't know. This.
Where are we at, Clay? Where are we at, boss?
Double bottom. We just combine these two.
He's on
bottom
MNQ
one.
still.
I don't know. Maybe a double bottom. I don't know. I'm gonna watch. I'll watch. See what kind of candle forms down around here. Oh man, and it's pure. It's all genuine rage, DJ. It's genuine rage. The bottom right-hand corner reveals no hints to the level of rage that I am experiencing right now. There's no hints there. It is pure rage. It's all genuine rage.
So he does like that, which is interesting.
Yeah, so what does it call this right here? Like, I would call it a double bottom, based off the double bottom pattern. Like, what cool terminology do they use for this? Double unicorn on. I call it yo mama. Yeah, the low, exact. But I mean, if you call it the low of the day, I mean, you don't sound smart there. Are you trading with the mini or the micro? Right now, I'm on the micro. These were my mini trades from earlier, so that's the NQ. This is the MNQ, and then this was MGC. So yeah, gold. Gold didn't quite work out for me on the trade I took. They do relative equal lows. I'm sorry I asked. I don't know why I asked that. More like inner battle, but having fun at the same time. More like inner battle. Again, as I've always said, does some of this stuff truly annoy me? Yes, absolutely. But does it annoy me as much as what it seems to annoy me? The answer to that is your hint is in the bottom right-hand corner. Like, do I actually care as much as it may appear that some dude that doesn't have any hair under his armpits yet and still lives in his mom's basement is like, taught? No. Back from the dentist? I actually some decent action. I mean, way better than this garbage. I mean, for me, this is, so as I've always said, one trader's turd is another trader's gold bar. For me, this is some turd-like action. Maybe that was like gold bar for you. But really this afternoon, to be fair, I mean, this has been a nice trend. Like this, if you traded with the trend, I mean, you've been doing, oh my goodness, just fine. So the white line here is the low of the day. So the price can never get below the white line. The white line itself will just adjust lower. So yeah, in other words, we are putting in new lows right now. Remember, see, I mean, this is, come on, Sub-Zero. Did you get outstop Sub-Zero? When you're saying here, you're saying they're going to pump it. You got out. Did you stop out, please? Sub-Zero. I like you. Were you disciplined, brother? If not, you're toast. But that was a great call. I don't even know what call. What are you talking about? Was I short up here? Don't tell me I was short and scalped out. I was. What? Right here. Crap. I think I was. No, I got stopped out. I think, right? I don't think I scalped out. Pretty sure I got stopped out. Okay. Bought at 556. You took it. You defined a pump as 5 points? Huh? Okay, so in my terminology, I don't consider that me scalping out. I would say I just got stopped out, but I can see how you think like I scalped it by getting aggressive with the stop. So that's fair.
That was just a mistake to get in right there. I did not really mean to do that.
This is the cool stuff you get to check in your email once you start to own farmland. I'm gonna show that. There's maybe a little bit more. Hey! Okay, whoops. I was like, well, I don't know. That maybe gives a little too much more information. I don't know. Never mind. Anyway, just reading about got an email from the USDA. What does that even stand for? United States Department of Agriculture. There we go. Buy land. That's my investment thesis. Buy land. You can get some farmland, even better. If you can agree on the premise that people value their lives, I think farmland is a good investment. Nice job, Scary Drawdown. All right, I am going to now look for a long here.
Do I try it again?
Right there, comes up to that green line, looking to get long. So if that green line turns blue, I'm in. If the green line turns blue, I am in on the long side. But I'm only willing to get long if it pops back up to that green line. Rain dance and come no. I only danced like a chicken once, and then it dawned on me, well, there's people in like my real life that know about this thing. Do I really want to see them? Do I really want to like have them see me? Like it was a one and done type situation. It was like, okay. Because Jim, hey, all right, never mind. We'll go back to the drawing board. Now my risk profile will be too big. What state do I own farmland? Iowa. Now again, I'm not a farmer, but I do lease the land to a farmer, which is fed my ego. And I've told him this. I'm like, dude, you're an Iowa farmer. That's like the big leagues of farming. Like, so when I tell people my farmer, I feel like such a baller. My farmer. And not only is it any farmer, it's an Iowa farmer, dude. Let's go. I mean, explain to me how that's not supposed to pump up my ego.
This is going to go up now.
Okay, if this comes down and then comes back up, I will take a swing at it from the long side. Does he give you soybeans on the cheap? No, I don't think so. I'm not sure that I want. What do you use soybeans for? We refer to them as producers. Who cares about Iowa? I mean, Iowa's the big leagues of farming. Maybe you're not from America.
Well, look at that. I should have stayed in my trade.
But here in America, Oh wait, did I just ban that person? I'm sorry. I did not mean to ban him. How do I unban? I meant to check out his profile picture to see if he's maybe a troll. Unhide YouTube. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oh no, they've been around since 2007. Okay, doesn't mean they're not a troll, but do I try long at these lows? Yeah. Okay, long. Maybe a little bit of a fake breakdown of that hammer. Maybe not. Or just cut the loss if this thing keeps dropping here at this point. Good grief. I'm blurry. I am blurry. Why am I blurry? Too close to the camera. I think I'm good now. No, that was definitely not a double bottom there.
We have one green candle, 2 green candles.
Okay, George, here's your rule. I get it. You're kind of like a class clown, I would imagine, growing up. Like, you got to say something serious every now and then, okay? I heard it's, yeah, farmers are, yeah, I have so much respect for farmers.
Yeah.
Like the capital required and then variables like weather. It's like, I could never be a farmer. So
I decided I thought I could go long right here, judging by the oversold.
Police and fire and like,
that was obviously a mistake. We just stick to this. Like, I think it's got to be coming up soon.
Speaking of that, I got to check the weather again, see if the rain is now out of the way. Good grief, what?
Look at this sell-off, man.
Irritating me. Okay, so it's finally supposed to be gone then. In theory. And for context sake, we're building a house. The walls of the basement are getting poured today. And like this entire week, there was not supposed to be any rain today. And then rain just showed up. Yeah, that's true. The fuel, yeah. And fertilizer costs. I had something that fertilizer costs went up like 77% or something. Okay, somebody give George a timeout. He's trying to be too funny all the time. No good. Give him a timeout.
See where we are today.
We'll see if he wants to maybe reconsider some life choices. Holy smokes! You gave him a 24 reward. Is a savage. Did you give that dude a 24-hour timeout? Woo! Reward. We were in Alabama working last week. The diesel was 5 cents. Wow, in Alabama, that's crazy. We are just bleeding right now. A lot of farmers book their 2025 fertilizer prices, but looking at a hammer. Okay, is that how that? Yeah, I'm not going to pretend like I know the intricacies of a. All I know is I saw fertilizer prices have skyrocketed, which will eventually work its way through the supply chain.
Man. It's almost power hour.
because I'm a dent, I'd like to try another, but yeah, this is just, I'm there's a 5-minute on this thing right now. This stuff, I mean, barely, I mean, these upper shadows don't even really exist. Just a slow, steady bleed.
What is going
I
on?
would assume oil is slowly grinding upwards. I would have thought a little bit more. I mean, it's out, but yeah, I was not envisioning that. Too low to short, not moving. Yeah, that exact. Yeah, right now I don't know what to do. Like to go short right here seems like a total chase, But to go long, as we've already illustrated once with one of my trades, I mean that's just trying to catch a knife, and yeah, I've already been cut once. Meta is getting cooked. Yeah. Oh yeah, was there some sort of news or what was?
Meta got sued.
Boy. Well, for any of you investors out here, myself thinking out loud included, I don't know, is this a time to maybe nibble on some Meta? Wait, May should rest. What do you mean May should rest? You mean maybe? You mean May? Issues with Google. Oh, I thought it was like a court case or something. Or there just wasn't there something about a lawsuit? Yeah, exactly what Tim said. What do you
Yeah, there was a lawsuit.
Is it just court? Or is
He
it
got
saying
sued.
no, auction
I covered this a little bit in my speech for school. That lawsuit. There's a website called Meta's Research, metasinternalresearch.org, I think. And it really talks about everything that's in there.
Wait, does Meta, I can't remember. Does Meta pay a dividend? I know Google pays a small dividend now. Is Meta?
M2K. Man. Everything is dropping down today.
Ooh, they do. I mean, obviously not a huge one, but
You kind of want to just get short. Stay short. It's
I don't
not
own any Meta right now.
what's going on today.
I like me dividends. I'm trying to build passive income. I like to make money when I sleep. So that's one of the requirements at this stage of my wealth building is I prefer dividends.
That's just
What do we do here? Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, we won't get into that. I don't know how I feel about all that stuff. Like, is this just opening up the can of like massive government regulations? No, I don't know. We won't go down that rabbit trail. It's an interesting discussion. I think I need to think through it a little bit more before I flap my lips too much.
so this needs to come up to at least
Well, I'm just saying, like when you're younger, you're
370.
just trying to like grow capital. But yeah, I mean, I understand.
But I'm
growth stuff.
gonna
That's
sell
why I
off.
and, hey, grow stock, stuff like that. I'm just saying that where I'm at, and again, I'm 42, so I'm older. Like I don't know if I'm necessarily looking for more capital. I'm just looking for passive income now. But yes, passive income comes at the sacrifice of you're not going to exactly be exploding your capital, right? Pepsi and Coca-Cola pay dividends, but like, is there any really possibility where Coca-Cola or Pepsi makes like an Nvidia type move? I mean, never say never, but I don't think so. Yeah, that's where my mind is at right now, Tim. It's like, where do the parents fall into this whole equation?
I get really hesitant to get into oil. I haven't been watching it today. So here's a nice 15-minute measurable move. It's kind of shortened off.
I'm not looking for like a 30% dividend, FYI.
I mean, they dropped below
Okay,
my alert.
14.5% dividend. Yeah. But
Which
there's
tells
also quite a
me
bit of, like, why are they paying so much? Would be my question. Holy smokes. Once again, knife catchers just got cut. I can see why people might have thought that might have been a bottom. Okay, a little bit of a hammer green candle. And then just like that, suckered in again. Yeah, they must be doing some pretty risky stuff. Stop at 864. All
you
right.
can tell this is the one I trade the most.
Because I don't know what the trade plan was. Yeah, like I said, for me, I don't know what to do with this. I already tried to catch the knife once, and I got cut. So here's what the 5-minute looks like, just basically straight down. And if I'm being brutally honest, I almost got cut right there too, because I that was okay. Maybe I now give it a try. That would have been another losing trade. Yeah, to go long here, I mean, you were catching a knife that's got a lot of weight behind it. To get short seems like somewhat of a chase. Yeah. Some of them, I own a couple of those where they sell calls and stuff. All I'm saying is, like, there's no such thing as free money. There is something being sacrificed, right? QYLD, for example. QYLD, big percentage out. But if you look at it like from a growth, like it's actually, and I own some QYLD as an FY, but like it's not. There's always a trade-off. I'll just put it that way. All right, maybe some kind of short here if it keeps bouncing. I'm at max tilt and gave up a bit, tilting from one more. All right, well, Cam, I appreciate. Good job, Cam, recognizing you're on tilt. But I also realize that I'm talking to somebody on tilt, so anything I tell you, you're probably going to be like, I don't care, because that's kind of the 3 words that show up during tilt. Is I don't care. But all I can say, Cam, is if you're willing to listen to any of us at all, just shut her down, buddy. Shut her down. Get away. I have 500 drawdown left. Well, you're still in the game. You're still in the game.
All right, let's go check these kids out. They're a little more entertaining. I know he's more my age, but
Helps the consumer.
what the heck is this?
What the hell?
Where the heck is NT Live, man? That was good. I liked that yesterday. Two days ago, 4 days ago, Ninja Trader Live. Wait, what? What's going on now? Where's MNQ? There we go.
Slightly higher by 0.8 basis points than expected. Still kind of a disappointing result considering how much yields have already risen to attract buyers. Moving moving to the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, the Bitcoin's largest options expiry of the year is colliding with geopolitical volatility. So we have roughly 14 billion of Bitcoin options are set to expire tomorrow, as measured by the number of outstanding contracts. The quarterly rollover, which wipes out close to 40% of those options positions on the derivative exchange, comes while Trump is threatening Iran with intensified military action after Tehran rejected Washington's push for a deal. So again, if you're trading Bitcoin, you may see some more volatility after options expiry on Friday, which has kind of been pinning it down. So be aware of that if you are trading that. And with that, I will pass it to Jim for next report.
Thank you, Tracy. One more news headline that we should mention, and apparently there's some cocaine-fueled sharks on the prowl in the Caribbean. So be careful if you're swimming over there in the Caribbean. Cocaine bear, move over. On trading news, we do have a pretty big sell-off happening right as we speak on the E-mini S&P. Here is the daily chart. A lot of stuff happening on this chart. I don't even know where to start. Moving averages are arcing down. The 50 EMA is about to cross under the 150 simple. That's a big cross under. We have November 21st, 2025 lows. Remember those lows we were anchoring VWAPs and all sorts of stuff to? That's at 65.26. We're pretty darn close to that. And then another low here, we have this peak low that we saw, the swing low, I guess you can call it, on the 23rd, and that was at 64.83 half. There is no significant shadow on the bottom of this daily candle right now. The volume profile, from how I drew it forward here, there's still a lot of volume up at the top, but we're breaking new ground right now on the bottom on the E-mini S&P. Let's just take a look at an intraday chart. This is looking pretty ugly. This is a 10-minute chart. Let me expand it a little bit more so we could see it a little bit better. But this orderly kind of sell-off turned into a rapid break to the downside. We broke through that mental Q one-day min at 65.65, give or take a couple ticks. There's a PAX line we broke through as well. And, it's just red candle, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower low, et cetera, et cetera. We'll see what this candle gives us here when it completes. Trying to fight back up, but I'm not buying it. We have some targets on the downside still. We have S3, which rarely happens. As part of the pivot study, is support level 3. That's down there at 65.10. Below that, there's that blind spot 1, and this is the mental Q blind spot. That's area of interest, basically the way that I think of it. It's 65.05, and then put support at 65 even. I'm not going to be surprised if we get down here today, but you never know. Anything could happen with this news-driven market that we are watching right now. So that's just the way the E-mini S&P. We're going to get some more color on the stock index futures from our live traders that we're going to see in a couple seconds. Let's shoot over to crude oil, though, and see what's cooking there with crude oil. Remember my 94.77 line in the sand? Guess where we're at? Well, 94.96. So we're about 20 cents over it, 25 cents over it, 15 cents over it. I can't do math. But we're right at it. Look at that point of control. Really nice. I drew that volume profile. I anchored it to that May 9th big blowout day right there. That's where we closed that day, and that's where we're at right now. So after all the dust has settled, well, actually it hasn't settled, right? All the stuff that's happened, and we're right back to the close on that big red catastrophic candle day, which is really, really interesting. It's pricing in crude right now, price happiness at 94.77 thereabouts. So we'll keep an eye on that. And, with the exception of the last couple of sessions, we've traded through that level every single day. But, still we have moving averages are mostly sloping upward. The RSI is not really helping us much from a momentum point of view, but that fib line here, low to high, where this rally really started, so all the way that I'm using that peak wick on that fib line, we're north of that 50% right now too, which means something. 38.1%, around 90, almost $99, $98.72. is right at the top of the value area on that volume profile I drew. I'm like sticking to my volume profile here. Let's go to the intraday chart really quickly here. We have a double break of the IV if you include this wick down here, if that matters for the crude oil traders. But right now, again, ever since then, boom, nice orderly rally up. We hit that 0 DTE call resistance level at $95. R2 is right there. That's another important pivot level as well. And then that one day max is just, get a break through the upside. We have targets 95, 56, and not a lot above that. So we have room to grow. VWAP, we lost it in the rearview mirror a long time ago. Point of control, this is kind of a weird volume profile, to be honest with you. I don't know what to make of it. Official point of control is all the way down here at 92.98, but we haven't seen that price since 1040 to 1050 this morning. So it's I'm going to call it stale right now. All right. Well, having said all that, that is this afternoon's edge report. We are ready to trade the close with 3 heavyweights with us today. We have Leo the Big. Oh, we have 2. We lost one. We have Leo the Big Cat. We have Christian trading boxes, and I know Joey's going to join us in a few minutes. So we do have 3. We're just starting out with these 2 guys right here. Good afternoon, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
Jim, it would be better if Joey was here. I think he's just trying to big dog us into like showing up fashionably late or something. I'm not really sure what's going on.
Wow, and that's your territory, man. He's stopping all over your original OG status right now.
Yeah, it's kind of is this like a boss move? Is he trying to like mog me, like on MC Live or something? I don't know. We're gonna have to ask him.
When I saw him pre-production, he had a tight T-shirt on, short sleeves. He was showing his pipes. So I don't know. He might be making a power move.
Maybe. Bring it on, Joey.
Yeah. Christian, what do you think of this power move?
It'll be the battle of. I think the winner will be decided whoever takes off the hat first.
Ooh.
So I know they're both wearing hats. If Leo has a better head of hair,
I'm not gonna take off my hat when my hair's not done. It's not gonna happen.
You didn't go to the beauty parlor today?
Yeah, the beauty parlor. That'll happen.
Anyway, that's Christian might be in trade right now. Christian, what are you thinking about?
All right, we got different people.
Yeah, I've been short all day. We were in a week-long consolidation for the last few days. We broke down today or last night. We had a bounce in the morning, only to backtest that breakdown. If I show this this hourly chart here in NQ, this is the breakdown range that we were in. We had a bounce in the morning right into this area. We were back testing this breakdown a little bit above it into the 200 area, and then we just rejected right from there, have been in a really strong downtrend ever since. So I've just been in the short all day.
I might hit you up for a loan because that was a great trade. Not done yet. Do you have a target in right now, or are you just letting it roll?
I'm following a strategy that I created for the IV, and it has me take 50% off at 2R, 25% off at 4R, and then the last 25% off at 6R. So my target is 838 here if it hits it, and that'll be it for the day.
All right. Rooting for you, my friend. Good job. Good trade. Leo, what are you thinking, man?
I'm probably going to be waiting for something to present itself that doesn't involve me buying the low or selling the low.
That's that sounds like you got a plan there.
I'm in wait and see mode.
All right, wait and see mode. I love it. Hey, I do want to remind everybody a couple of quick points to talk about. You were getting closer and closer to that Miami meet and greet Ninja Trader Live. We have sent out emails to first round of emails to folks that went ahead and signed up and that are close to the Miami area. We're going to start out with the center of the onion. Check your email, your spam filter, your junk, your spam filter, your junk folder, or wherever. If you don't see it, double check. But a bunch of emails did go out, so I just wanted to give you that heads up. And secondly, next, I think Monday, Deli's going to be back, and he is going to give away a VIP trip to come to Miami. So pay for your plane ride, hotel. Friday, the VIP, if you are selected, you are going to get to hang out with us Friday night. Just not with the bigger group, but just with the Ninja Trader Live hosts and the contributors. You'll be able to hang out with me and Christian and a whole bunch of people. We're having dinner at a really, really nice restaurant. You included in that. You're basically going to hang out with the crew before the main event on Saturday, and then the main event is on Saturday with everybody. That is going to be on a really spectacular rooftop in Miami, and there's going to be panels, discussions, meet and greets, cocktails flowing, a lot of fun, a lot of humor. You can also get to meet the Mighty Pax live. So looking forward to that as well. So there's a link in the chat. There will be a link in the chat if you want to sign up to try to win that VIP trip to Miami, Florida. All right, that's my announcement, man.
That was a beautiful announcement, Jim. And don't forget, if you win the VIP part, you can sleep on Anthony Crudeli's couch.
Anthony's got he's got the penthouse suite that it's got like several bedrooms in it. You'll get one of the bedrooms. It's just, a view of the whole city, right up there with some, I think there's some VIPs that also are on the same floor. So
listen, if I can't be there, people are going to make jokes about sleeping on Crudeli's couch while you go there.
All right. Well, you're going to be one of these, Neil, whether you like it or not.
I'll be there in Chicago.
Yeah.
I've already committed.
All right. And then Joey's going to be with us, too, in Miami as well. I'll get to meet Joey for the first time. He's going to show off those pipes in person right now in Miami.
I got to get more fit for that.
Yeah. But nice power move, Joey, coming in after, after your warm-up band here started.
Yeah.
Hit that.
Yeah, I just want to be fashionably late, come in with an entrance,
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I've seen using expansions. I've seen people incorporate the 50%, the IB mid for entries. There's the failed auction, the failed breakout, breaking IB low, then getting back in the range and longing for a move back more inside of the IB range. There's so many.
I'm so new to this. Like, maybe it would make sense to paper trade, but
I have the 20 and the 50 EMA, and then the yellow one here is the 9 SMA. Can I explain 2R, 4R, and 6R? It's just the standard deviations away from the spread between your entry and your stop.
is oatmeal bad for dogs?
So if you were long, what would your price be? Why does Leo look, he's locked in right now?
No, I was letting you guys chat. And then I was talking in the chat about the Dom. If I was long here, where would my target be? That's the question.
Yeah.
I mean, right here, if you just look at like this last little distribution right here, the middle of it at least, and then the other side of it. So the 74.
So I think I'm going to get it short here.
94 to 901 would be, back to this week mid or week open.
We're just going to wait to
And
see.
then from there, I'd be looking for, if it breaks higher, I'd be looking for that prior week low test again. But I'm not long, so I can't do those things.
Just kind of used
ES is doing a better job here than in Q.
Up in the low.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? We did have a divergence at those lows.
Yeah, NASDAQ made a new low.
Yeah.
I mean, it was where I was talking about the Dom and you guys were telling me to shut up. So,
good.
I oblige.
So we stopped
So-
you from making the trade and making money. Is that what you're
I don't know. Maybe this is a bad trade. We get
We're really distilling your thunder
it's
today.
a bad
aren't we?
trade.
Listen, I will not have this.
If I stop out, I'm done for the day.
Thanks, Adam. Maybe
For
that's,
sure.
that's what you wanted to know, right?
I saw the shooting star right here
200.
after this short breakup, and
Back end team, can we get Leo's meow to get
I
him?
see everything's just is still on this downtrend. I don't
The
see
production
anything
assistant,
reversing
Joey,
it.
didn't even have your clip from earlier.
So I'm just waiting for the point of this of the buyers to turn around.
Damn, how did they do that shit?
And as soon as this candle hit the low below that, I tried to get in, and I think my entry point was really good. It's right where I wanted to be, and here we go. Kind of a simple thing.
He asked for it.
Super simple strategy there.
He asked
Let's
for
get
it
in.
at the beginning. Let's hear it.
I don't know if I should
They,
like.
they want the EDM voiceover.
EDM voiceover.
He just asked.
Everybody making money,
Where's my-
money, money. Everybody making money. Everybody making money. Everybody making money. Money, money,
The order book's super even.
Everybody making money. Money. See, now
Maybe I
all
should have
they
got
need
it
to
a little
do to add to that
shorter, huh?
is, you know, Joey Morgan.
Who, you made that, or you gave it to them, or who made that?
Production made it. They clipped me and they made it. Yeah, that's got to be the intro song.
Guys, it was 6 points away from my 6R.
Okay, now let me ask you a question there, because you target, you have a pretty big profit target on the runners. So do you ever, so when you see it start to reverse, or do you ever just feel like, you know, I'm going to close this out, or I'm going to let it come up and hit, like say like my trailing or wherever it is you have your stop loss on your final runners?
No, the stop will. So, you know, originally when I created, the stop was going to remain in place at the original place. But this week, I was thinking, well, if the price moves all the way to 6R because it's so far, can I move the stop to break even? So right now I have it at break even, but I need to go back and review to see if that makes sense. Because what I tested was keep the stop in place and then close it at end of day if 6R doesn't hit.
Okay. So on the final runners, it's 6R or break even.
It's 6R end of day or break even.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Just so like, you know, I wanted to be as systematic as possible. That's it. No thinking, just execute. So I started testing it on 5 Lucid accounts before I traded with my own money. And so far it's doing well.
Nice. Nasdaq's trying to base down here around that extension zone. I'm not opposed to taking some longs down here.
Yeah, I had a nice S&T at the lows. Right into, oh, it's right under November's low. ES is above November's low. So the question is if you have a divergence here against November's low and we can bounce. I mean, this is a pretty nasty down day today.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's quite frustrating.
If we can get above like 92s, back in the 900s, and buyers have a shot at bringing this back out to 960s, 970s.
Do I think 3 months of data is enough? For me, it is because I'm combining the strategy that I already have, right? So it's not like I'm putting a new strategy together. The entry and exit rules are part of my original strategy.
Do you want to run out?
I created it in alignment with my own the type of planning that I do for the day, for the week. It's a trend following strategy that I know.
So any power hour yet?
It's most of the foundation is for my own strategy. All I did was say, hey, let me see if this location area for these rules work. So it's not like I just put some parameters together and say, okay, is this enough? Like I intimately know the entry rules, the exit rules, the trend structure that I'm trying to capture. Because it aligns with everything that I would do. Would I look to take an expansion away from the ID? Yeah, especially if we're in a uptrend or downtrend market. Like, what did we do today? We rejected at the ID highs. We came down to the ID low. We hung around there. We tried to bounce around 1150, got rejected, formed acceptance at ID low, and started a downtrend. So all I'm doing is putting rules together to help me participate in that. Because if I get stopped out on the short, it means that we are going to hold the ID low and then push up to the ID high. So from a trend following perspective, it makes sense. I'm short at the lower high, and we either hold that lower high and move lower, or we reverse, right? So everything is focused on trend structure that the market generates. Listen, I'll handle. I'm just gonna stick to the rules that I created. Okay, I don't need to move my last runner, or I don't need to close it because I think that it's gonna bounce.
What's that string be?
It was locked in today.
Well, you guys, told me to shut up. So
Bro is still holding on to that. That's crazy.
I gotta play into it, guys. Come on, man. What are you doing?
Leo, unshut up.
No, I gotta go with the first request. Gotta be honored.
Technically, the first request was if you would take your hat off. So
take our hat off. What is this about?
Leo was saying that you were going to have this power move by showing up late. And he's like, no, I want the power move. He says, well, let's see who has a better head of hair. I said, okay.
Oh, I'll lose that immediately. I'm bald.
Well, we
Chip
know
has
about
no hair.
Leo. We gotta have Leo prove it.
I'll show you my hair. It's just this hat hair right now. Like, what do you want to see? Just a bunch of hair. Look like ass.
You have a man bun, don't you?
I definitely don't.
The only guy in Oklahoma that has that. Probably.
So I think what this guy is saying is cool.
You're not from around
I wish
here.
I understood more.
I mean, I don't know. There's probably some man buns around here.
Yeah. Can't read where his target is, but it's pretty close. He's been pretty close a couple times.
If I had hair, I'd rock a man bun.
Yeah, this action's not. So far, people are trying to buy along. They're just been getting stopped out today.
It's a mane.
Fuck.
Now I need
What?
to do something crazy to really make it, like a thing. Should I do like a mullet? I don't know. No, I should do like the new styles, like where they go like fade all the way up
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, it's like a fade on the sides and then just like longer out.
Yeah. It's like they leave it longer, you know, the lower. It's like a
So we're on this major downtrend.
like a not a
Now we're consolidating a little
There's
bit.
that mohawk look. They just drop it lower.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Should have just scalped that trade. You know.
Unfortunately, I can't do any of that. My hair has a natural fade.
But gotta let the beard. See, what I can't grow out is a beard. I would love to have a beard. I look like I'm 19. The last like 15 years.
He's put a poll in the chat. What should Leo do to his hair for the big reveal? Business mullet, mohawk, fade, or frosted tips?
I'm going with mohawk.
I'm gonna have to go with frosted tips, bro.
No way. No.
We need the frosted tips, John.
Leo had that as a kid. For sure.
Did you ever dye your hair, Leo?
No, I had tips. I mean, I definitely had tips for sure.
When I had hair in high school, full head, it was beautiful. I dyed mine black at one point.
Oh, it was a phase or no?
It was face.
It's not a phase, Mom.
Business mullet. I don't. Okay, I mean, if you're selecting business mullet, I respect it, but that means it's going to be even longer before I can do a hair reveal of any kind. Because I have to grow it out in the back. I just literally just trimmed.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is I was one of those guys where you would have never thought that I would go bald. Like I had a lot of hair and it was super thick. I could do anything I wanted to it. Would have never thought I went bald, but sure enough, 25 hit. It all started bouncing.
Damn, that early, huh?
That early, dude. 25, that's when I noticed it, yeah.
I was about that same age. Minoxidil works.
I think he definitely had that rounding bottom we talked about. Yes, is leaning higher already.
Yeah, it looks pretty, it looks decent to have a little bit of bounce here.
I might have to close this because I'm going to get back in one again and then go down more than my. Let's look at our account.
Stood out to me. So too much.
I was doing really good on the P&L,
ID discussion.
doing a bunch of little scalps. I was trying to do a little bit more stay in trades today.
Discuss the ID scenarios.
You're not into the
And it's only my second day going short. I think I had the right idea on that trade. I just should have just clipped it out quick.
It's a great frame of reference.
Look at that draw.
Yeah, it provides a lot of context. I think that's what. Any tool that can provide more context to it.
2 days.
Anything that gives you context and confidence is something that is going to benefit you long term.
Most profitable trade, $97 still. I haven't found a good trade in a long time, man.
All right, can the Bulls hold on here and get back in the 900s? Looks decent.
Yeah, the reversal off that S&T at the lowest is working well. So that was the spot right there.
The spot. Power trying to push this. I would like to see us get above 900s.
5 minute looks good here. Let's push higher. NQ has to reclaim this 880.
Average net profit a day is minus $50.
We do also have a divergence. NQ took out November low again, and ES did not.
Started out really nice. Fridays I suck.
Yeah, that was I could have taken that in the other account.
This week is just not.
Above the 90s.
This week has not been a good week for me.
Get back in the 900s and maybe even higher.
Shouldn't even trade on the 18th. That was my wedding anniversary. Of course, it was a shitty day. Like, of course. Makes sense.
Let's see how a higher low holds here on this bounce. Like the 2 minute can create a higher low and sort of have data here telling us that it's going to push up. For now, I'll stay in the short. I do have my other account here that I'll see if I can get a trade on.
Just look at this fall off this week.
I tested that ME, but in my studies, even with a bounce going for the MA that gets triggered and then you sort of close that runner, it can still come back down, right? Because the point that I'm trying to, the overall trend that I'm trying to capture is the higher time frame move and the daily expansion candle. So as the downtrend is happening intraday and as the daily candle is moving lower and being created lower, can we bounce, create another lower high, and then move lower towards the end of the day? Yeah. So I didn't like that trailing stop idea. You're 100 contracts long. Make those points.
There's 100 contracts? Oh, wow.
Probably MNQ. Oh, it says Kading 3 micros.
I was like, dang, 100 cons.
Should have been 100 cons short today.
Yeah, my mind said I could get in right there.
So we'll give
On
you
a short?
here. Let me go to the trading view chart here.
But then I would have needed to clip out real quick.
If the higher low can hold here as we backtest this 890s zone, so you have a breakout attempt, a high, a higher low to the 9 MA. If we can hold here, then you get your breakout higher on this 2 minute 9 MA. Failure to hold here, then we come back down to the lows. But we have an hour into the close. Now we've seen the low for the day. We get a bounce.
Leo, what's the Leo stat for a new low in Power Hour?
68% of the time there'll be continuation in the next half hour. So like we made a new low in the next, well, after the next period, in the next period, then it would be a pretty high likely chance that this move continues lower.
Will we get the Leo stat?
I mean, continuation of like the overall trend day.
Yeah. So like if we make a new low after 3 p.m. Eastern, so between 3 and 3:30,
Okay.
then it's high likelihood that we make another new or low between 3:30 and 4. Essentially, it's just like a kind of like a my meter for, you know, if I'm looking for longs and make new lows at between 3 and 30, I might want to be like super confident that that's a trade I want to take, or maybe look for a short or continuation, or just sit out. You know, but it's just a good piece of information that I have in the back of my mind anytime we have like a trending market into the close, and I'm looking for some type of opportunity. It's just context. In all regimes, this is 7 years worth of data, which included, 2021, 2022, etc.
It's a big boy.
Get those likes up in the meantime, guys. Subscribe. Oh, wow, I didn't see this. 199,000 subscribers.
The fudge.
What's up, everyone? All right, here we are. This was unexpected, but it shouldn't have been, because if you tune in to my YouTube channel, which you probably do because you're watching this recap, you may have noticed that yesterday.
So to recap, all the AI read exposed
Not
to
on
trading
pillows.
workflows.
That's
Good
the
boy.
idea.
But
Was just another day in the life of a local hero. That's right, saved some lives yesterday. I was driving and I noticed on the road a whole batch of screws just sitting on the road just like this. In fact, I humbly posted a picture of it on the YouTube post section
Hey,
of
stay
the
out of your
actual
mouth.
road. This is what it looked like. So drove by, coming the other way, and because I was wearing my glasses while I'm driving, I was able to see in the oncoming lane all of these little things, and I thought to myself, that couldn't be. Could it? Are those screws? I wondered, well, it's not a, it almost looked like I drove by a cherry tree with all those little stems, but I thought, that's impossible. It's the wrong season. And so I turned around, I doubled back, I came back down the road, and I stopped. I put on my four-way flashers, and I got out of the car, and I said, don't worry, I'm here. Everything's cool. And so I walked across the road, picking up these screws. In fact, I even got a drill bit, which is pretty cool, pretty handy. These are easy to lose. So as I picked up these screws, I reminded myself that for every object, legend has, that you remove from the road, you earn a point of karma. And I plan to cash these in today. I said it yesterday. Now, it was moments after I finished picking these up that YouGrow began to squeeze. Coincidence? Clearly not. Coincidence that I'm up $37,000 here today? Certainly not. So let's count them out. 37 of these. Well, 37 of these are going to today's profit, but I think I'm still going to have a few left over. Now, if we actually count this out, I don't know. This might be pretty darn close. So one could say that I'm feeling good this morning, being up $37,859.95 on EEIQ, trading today's leading gainer in the market. It's currently coming back down. It's right around volume weighted average price. But this morning we got a really nice rally. Now, my day didn't start as nicely as it's finishing. In fact, my first trade was a $323 loss. And I thought to myself, what is the purpose of picking up all these screws if not for the good karma? Why? Why was I out there doing this? It's not paying off. Something's not right. But I just needed to be patient. This was a test, the ultimate test of the market. And so, as it turns out, that test, which I passed, because after TGL, that $323 loss, I did not get emotionally activated. Someone said, Ross, your veins are cold as ice. And I thought, yeah, they are. Because I'm down $323 and it doesn't even faze me. I don't even care, not a bit. And so I actually just started sitting here watching a show on Netflix. I was like, you know what? I'm really going to phone it in today. I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to give up. It's not happening. Whatever. It is what it is. Maybe tomorrow will be a better day. And so I'm just sitting here kind of watching a show. I mean, I'm sitting in front of the computer, but I'm also
Ridiculous.
watching the show. And then we're getting close to the open. The bell rings. And all of a sudden, EIQ squeezes up. And as it started squeezing up, I thought to myself, golly, this is the leading gainer. It's a sub 1 million share float, and it's moving pretty fast. And so I was actually just kind of messing around in our simulator here, just kind of taking a couple trades and testing out some new hotkeys that we've been working on. And I was looking at it as it came up to, 550. And I thought, gosh, this thing really is moving pretty fast here. Should I go ahead and punch this thing with real money? And I was sort of like thinking to myself, well, I don't know. You're down $323 today. It's obviously a red day, but it doesn't matter. On the other hand, should I trade at this time of the day? It's a little later. I'm really at the end of my window when I typically do the best. And so I sort of hesitated at 550. I noticed the volume was like 25 million shares, and I thought it does look a little crowded. It's a little heavy there on the ask. I don't know if this thing is actually going to work. And then all of a sudden it's showing, 575, 580, 590, and I punched it at 595, but I got filled at 607. I got a little slippage on that order. Well, it rips right up to 629, 639, and it gets halted. Boom. First trade. All of a sudden, I go from red on the day to green, and I'm holding some shares at a halt. It resumes, it dips, and rips, and I add, and all of a sudden I get this squeeze up to 760. Then it pulls back, it taps the peak here. The peak was like 820. And I traded this rally up for about $4,500 of profit, managing my risk, not doing anything crazy. And I bought the dip down here off of 7. It bases out here at 7, it comes back up, and then it comes back down again here. And I said, well, if it can hold 7, I might do another dip. But it didn't. It broke. And I was like, well, yeah, all right, that's probably it. And at that point, I thought, that was a decent little trade. Green, I think at that point, 3,500. I gave back like 500 off the top. Or something like that. And I thought I was probably done for the day. And then I said, previous support was 690, so that's probably now going to be resistance. This was support here. Now, if we break below it, it's going to be resistance here. So this is probably not going to work. And at the same time, the 1 minute MACD was starting to come in. It wasn't negative, but it was starting to come back in. So I thought it was over. And then all of a sudden, it rips back up here, back over 7, really quickly. And all of a sudden, it's right up here. And so right here, I bought this dip. And what I was looking at is that actually now this looks like an inverted head and shoulders pattern. And so I got in right here at 720. And now that I had a cushion,
We're going to try one more trade.
I felt a bit, I was like, all right, let's do this. So I jumped in here at 720. I add at 760. And
When it comes back up,
and look what happens.
if we stay below this line, I'm going to get in.
Just like that was an awesome winner. And like that, I'm up $28,000 on the day. So that right there was a $24,000 winner on about 30,000 shares. That was really solid. So I scaled out, obviously, but it was a good trade. It pulls back, it dips back down, and then it does a little false breakout here. But then it bases out here, and then it curls back up, And right there, we get a break through 880, and all of a sudden we're seeing $10. It's halted up right there, 988. It resumes. I got a dip and a rip. We got to squeeze all the way up to just under 12. Then it dips, and then it comes back up. Breaks over 12, but it's a false break. Not super clean. Traded it, but didn't do well on that. We got a topping tail candle there. It pulls back, and then it starts to reverse back down. So if we look at this, that's all on a 10-second chart. If we look at this on the 1-minute chart, it tells a slightly different story. The 1-minute chart shows a shooting star rejection here and a shooting star rejection here. In spite of this shooting star candle, it did rally back up. This one, however, it wasn't able to. MACD went slightly negative right here, then back to positive. It went negative here and it stayed negative. So, at the end of the day, we've got a stock here. Also, by the way, we had this pre-market squeeze right here from $3 up to $8.90. So that was pre-market. It sells off and then rips back up. And so the whole time I was kind of like, all right, well, first target 688, and then 890, and there was a level in here or whatever, 780. And so I kind of knew we had some resistance levels, but then we were able to get through that all the way to the new high. And again, as I mentioned, Ugrow yesterday puts in a phenomenal short squeeze minutes after I picked up those screws. So you can thank me for that. You can think of me as a hero in the market. Everyday hero too, though. Hero in real life. Now, when it comes to these screws, as I said, this is an important lesson for you.
I don't even want to hear it. I'm just so. Again, he was pissing me off. All right.
Ooh, yeah, right there. What did he say? Yeah, it's good tax incentive. Really fun. Yeah. That's the plan. So if you do want to, there's a Google sign up form. I'll go ahead and I can paste in the chat here. So hold on.
But part of the deal is that you don't look at me at all and you just take care of my kids. That's how it works.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to pull back the curtains and show you exactly how much YouTube paid me for 1 million views. Now,
every country is broke. Every country is in debt. But somehow, everyone is still getting paid.
Long.
Mass deportations have begun. The only ones that should be deported are the white people because no white people actually belong in this country.
So where are you going?
I mean, welcome back.
Hey, Win, do you remember what we were talking about the other day? About how seeking healthcare isn't all.
I think that guy got out right there.
No, I was actually thinking about the Lane Kiffin decision, but you've piqued my interest. Go on.
Well, seeking healthcare, Vince, also impacts how people show up at work in relationships and with themselves.
And in the conversation we were having about this, did you tell me how these people could regain confidence and start feeling like themselves again?
I definitely did. Roe makes it simple to get started in your health search with their free insurance checker to help people regain confidence and start feeling like themselves again, Vince.
I knew that sounded familiar, Wit.
Yes, Roe's insurance checker lets you know if you're covered for GLP-1
What did that get me out of?
free. No paperwork, no hassle, no waiting on hold.
And you know how I hate waiting on hold.
Yeah, you have zero patience. But if you decide to move forward, Roe can help you understand if GLP-1s like Ozempic and Wegovy are right for you and your goals. But that's just the beginning.
What are you implying, Liv?
No offense, don't worry about it. Join the over 1 million people who trusted Roe to check their coverage for free. Go to ro.co for your free insurance check. That's ro.co to see if your insurance covers GLP-1s for free.
Are you trying to feed your dog better but stuck between overpriced fresh food and low quality kibble? Hi, I'm Dr. Stephanie Lips, Spot and Tango's vet.
We're gonna have to make some sort of break off this.
And constantly asked by pet owners the best quality foods to feed. I believe that Spot and Tango is one of those great options, and I even feed it to my own dog. Unlike traditional kibble, which is cooked at high temperatures, which can be destructive to the nutrients, Spot and Tango is cooked at a low temperature to maintain 99% of the nutrients. Spot and
Back to If You Laugh, You're Conservative. Today I'm reacting to videos that you sent me. These can be your videos or links to videos that you think I would enjoy. Today my 2 favorite videos will get $100 to spend on the conservativevibes.com store.
Brandon, 5 O's on us, bro. They always trying to keep a ginger down, man. Your name is Ginger, not Ginger. Ginger. Oh, so we're just going to use the hard R now, huh? So when we cool, I'm your ginger. But when you're mad, I'm a ginger. Yeah, how about? See, you ain't all the audacity.
That's our word. Homemade bread.
See what happened was, see, I was.
All right, that wins the first $100. Oh, that's an early win. There's probably gonna be better ones, but that cracked me up, man. Daniel Yor. Daniel Yor. That's not fair. When cops get a little too comfortable on their broadcast.
I am on my way to go ruin someone's day. Let's go make them cry. I have a right to go to bed. Now please go home. Please go to bed. Please wake up. Good morning. Shut up, idiot. Oh! What did you order? Number 10. Big Mac. Yum, yum, yum.
Oh, little chubby bunny. Bro used up all his luck for the rest of his life. He said his prayers that morning.
How does a Muslim close a door? He slams it. He slams the door.
First off, this is what I'm doing right now is I'm buffing this tire. We get these things used from asphalt racers, and they have a lot of buildup on them from the heat and them qualifying and racing and whatever. So we buff that off. Doesn't take any tread off the tire. And what I'm doing here is I'm grooving it. Now, this doesn't compromise the tire at all. All we're doing is bringing it down and putting some grooves in it. It's just like a regular treaded tire. We mount these things, and they're a lot more likely to blow out putting them on a wheel than they are.
These are the Dickie Thompson tires?
Where I'm grooving them at. So
the first and last time I let my husband handle the elf on the shelf. Which branch of the military are you?
Hello, my name is Tech Sergeant 2. Do you want to join the Air Force? Hi, my name is Corporal Butterfingers. Do you want to join Marines? I wish this was a crayon.
Well, hello. My name is Petty Officer Candy. Do you want to join the Navy? We got our name tags on our butts. Hi, I'm Sergeant Brandy. Would you like to join the Coast Guard?
My name is Staff Sergeant Rainbow.
Now you want to join the Army.
To beckon the call of all patriots from before you. The oldest branch. Kick down doors and take names later.
Can you guess which branch Bo's serving in? How different actors trip and fall over. Tom Cruise. Oh. Keanu Reeves. Jackie Chan. Oh, nice. Michael Jackson. Jack Sparrow. Ginger. Chris Farley. Chuck Norris. Yep.
Watch out! John Cena! John Cena!
The Congresswoman is kind of like Vice President Kamala Harris, but with more bartending experience. She has never been accused of being a policy maven. You put her in a presidential primary with Elizabeth Warren or Rahm Emanuel, they will devour her like a light snack. I probably shouldn't say this, but she can get me back. Somebody told me a joke today. They said Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez announced today categorically that she is not a moron. And she went on to say she hasn't even been to Utah, much less embrace the relationship.
Yeah, that's funny.
Now, she can get me back. I don't dislike the Congresswoman, but our plan for dealing with her, as I've said before, has always been Operation Let Her Speak. And so far it's working. And my message to my friend the Congresswoman is you go, girl. You just keep it up.
Taco, taco, porrito, porrito.
Everything going on in the world right now with AI, one of the most common questions that I keep receiving is how will trading be affected by AI? Is there AI that you could use in your trading to have a mathematical edge? Have you used AI in your trading? Are you using AI to trade? Can it do it for you? Is it going to affect you? Is it going to replace you?
You're watching The Legal Breakdown, but we have an explosive update in the Epstein files that can have major global implications. Can you explain what that news is?
Right, this is a pretty dramatic legal development. So London's top cop, the police commissioner for the Metropolitan Police, Sir Mark Raleigh is his name, has said that he needs the unredacted Epstein files. He needs the original evidence that's in the possession of whom? Pam Bondi at the Department of Justice. Brian, it must be really inconvenient for Pam Bondi knowing that their office.
Hey, excuse me. I do portraits. I think you'd be great for some photos.
I'm not super natural in front of a camera, but sure.
You're gonna be great. You're gonna be great.
What?
The people are gonna love you. I can tell. I know these things, okay? Such a classic look you have. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, they're so nice. Oh yes. Oh yes.
I'm very passionate about animals, so endangered species conservation, habitat restoration.
Do you have a dream job then?
Yes, it will take me very far away, but I really want to do albatross conservation on South Georgia Islands.
Where's South Georgia?
Like Antarctica. Monitoring albatross have the biggest wingspan of any bird, and they pair bond for life. I saw them in the wild when I went to New Zealand, but they're like the most beautiful thing. And a lot of them are endangered.
If there's something you could tell the world, what would you want to tell them?
That we have one singular planet that evolved in the most incredible way to how's life. It is, as far as we know, our only home. And so we should take care of it. And there's so many beautiful, wonderful, amazing things outside and in nature and in the world that are incredibly inspiring and moving, and that should be appreciated and noticed.
Mm.
I have an opportunity to take, and then whenever that's over, I'm looking for the next opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I think anybody could say it, could see a trade and get out of it, and it continues to go, and then think, oh man, I could have sat in that longer. But at the same time too, it's like I personally don't feel like I have.
Did you raise your hand in Zoom?
Did I?
Who? Chris did. He raised his hand.
No. How do you even do that?
It said Chris raised hand.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. No, Chris, put your hand down.
Sit down.
I was laughing because somebody said on my question, not me, I'm stopped out before I have to worry about it.
That's actually funny.
Wait, Joey, what kind of are you like a put on the trade and look for the targets and that's it? Mean version, or do you like to go with the higher time frame trend?
Yeah. So my general my take profits are usually like 20 points. 25 points or so. And if I have if I have confidence that the price is going to go higher in that scenario, that I might trim and try to let the rest run. But I have always been satisfied and happy with
Man, that would have been a good trade.
It's something I feel like I can get pretty consistently with the NQ. But that's just kind of how I've always traded. So yeah, I don't know.
You're what time frame are you on when you trade?
5 minutes.
Oh, so what kind of stop do you have on your trades?
What kind of stops?
Yeah.
Yeah, so usually it's my trades are usually like a 1-to-1. So it's like I will say that it does very much depend on the context of the market. Like if my stop has to be like pretty far to invalidate my trade, then I'll size way down to compensate for the wider stop. So it does, very much does depend on the context of the market and what levels are where.
Let's go to new lows.
Starting to.
This is going to be like 700R based on where my stop is.
Fudge. I trade on the 2 minute.
I don't know. I haven't taken a trade.
He's waiting for that 6R opportunity. You gotta.
Yeah, I want this. I want the 6R.
Okay.
Oh, there's 4R, 5R. Oh. They're gonna make a new look. Come on, the Leo stat is gonna hit. Oh, it's not even 330 yet.
That
We'll
did
take
look
it.
coming.
Yeah,
We're gonna get like a flush here.
Yeah. Somebody just lifted a lot of lots here at 222, 822.
Nobody wants to hold.
Okay, so I'm down to 1. Nice little trade in the day. End of day scalp that turned into a little bit of a trade here into new lows. So like good. Pretty good opportunity there. You went short with Leo. Shycon. Shout out. Got to hold for Jim's low. Yeah, where's Jim's low? 30 points away. And then, yes, that is a. If we go another 30 points.
Yeah.
That's like 50.
9,000 R.
Yeah, 9,000.
He's over 9,000. That's why I just keep grinding lower until the end of the day.
People trade negative RR. Where is that risk one and like close it all at like at 0.5 R?
I thought you were in here.
Am I into the negative R&R? No, I'm not.
Yeah, it's good for props, no? That kind of approach.
Yeah, I could see it being good for props. I wouldn't do it in personal capital, but maybe props. I could see what prop. The negative R&R.
Well, here's the deal. If I keep recording, I'm going to keep trading.
Talk about that. Yeah. To be honest, I really like. This is gonna sound maybe kind of bad. I'm not a person that is always thinking about like the RR of every individual trade. I'm more or less like looking over my stats as a whole and making sure that my profitability is there, right? But my strategy for TP is a little more flexible than like a Chris is.
I mean, look, my regular strategy, for sure the same. Something happens on, I mean, I don't see the tape the way you do, but if I see something, pretty big reaction of something, I'll close it or I'll take more partials.
Right.
But I still want to capture the trend. I want the market to do the heavy lifting for me.
Yeah, and I think like we all do, right? Like the best way to trade is like wherever the wind is, going.
Yeah.
You want to trade in that direction, generally speaking. But then there's also opportunities where really good trades come out of reversals, right? And at the moment, it's going to be against the trend. But if you do have if you do like trading reversals and have strategies for it, you're going to be counter trend for a short duration of time. And that's okay as long as that's part of your strategy.
Yeah. I think you guys are like overflow type of approach is really good for that.
Yeah. That's why Max is always yelling at me about buying the low or selling the high or things like that.
These bounces after making new lows are crazy.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to get in one more time.
Sell that shit.
They're chasing it up with size.
You said chasing it up with size?
Yeah, so like if you were watching the order book, you would just see like just a minute ago 100 lots. It was, like as the market's pushing right to the upside, they trader, people that are transacting, they're putting size on behind the bid, right? So
that's a good indication that we're going to go higher.
Not always, but that's a behavioral thing that I watch for. Like, I'm just going to exit the straight. But that's a behavioral thing that I watch for. Is like after we make a low, whatever, and we start pushing away from it, they'll chase it with large size, like 100 lots, 50 lots. They'll continue to push. Like if the market runs another 10 points, they'll chase it up with that same 100 lot. Like they try to push it with their size, if you will.
Yeah.
Is that what they're actually doing? No idea. This is my, years and years and years of just watching the order book activity. Now in this case, like that order got filled and now they're dumping it, right? So I'm not saying that the market's always going to run from those large orders, new lows. Wow. They literally just, so there's the Leo stat that's not true, right? So there's the 70%. But those are the things I look for. I mean, that took me out of my trade. I took myself out of the trade when I saw that. But yeah, it's just like certain behavioral things that I look for.
Yes, sir.
The pointless stat is complete within a minute. Man, Tron, are you just here to watch and troll? Is all you do is you come on every day and you just troll. Every day. You don't give up. Just for me, you're number one in my book, brother.
That's neutral. All right, so just we're gonna keep making new lows just until it close.
Yeah, Nasdaq is in shambles.
Yeah, it is.
When is the market in turmoil CNBC special going to happen?
We get one down day in the market, and now we need CNBC market in turmoil.
I just want Jim Cramer to tell me whether to buy or not.
Oh, the Qs are about to be down 10% on the year. Get what? SPY. SPY 7.5% on. Well, from the highs, not on the year. 5.5.
Kramer is the ultimate trading indicator.
Somebody said if you close your eyes and say Stowe, that it sounds like Jim Cramer. I thought that was really funny. Because it's our, like, Stowe's our friend. It's like, we can make jokes about that.
Seems like they're planning on breaking.
Mr. Market, I literally heard the button being pressed when you said that. In fact, I read that in the actual voice. Just to let you know.
So when I woke up today and I got on here,
No, I can't at all. I can't do any impressions. I suck at impressions.
here, we were watching that other guy. Could have just got in. Just trusted the trend.
Well, we got 25 minutes till the market closes.
That's what oil's doing. Listen, gold.
Yeah, it's hanging down at the lows. What's gold doing? We haven't talked much about gold today. Is gold doing anything?
It's funny.
Nope. Just trying to catch a bid. But really it's been consolidating.
Take a look at that. Biotech mini.
See if this bid is sustainable in the Nasdaq ever make any lows.
So if we take the median there, split it
Sure, all day.
here.
I'm gonna plan out. So I'm telling you, Chris, I'm gonna plan out my next next trade for that 6R. Wait. Record it, send it to you. Make you proud of me.
What has this done over the year? Let's look at this thing. So we still are climbing. It's weird. We had a market crash last year.
Maybe we just need to see what happens tomorrow after getting moved down.
Same time of year.
We actually stay in the 23Ks.
That's a good question, actually. Chris, do you ever short individual names?
No.
So you're like basically from an individual name perspective, you're long term, only longs.
Yeah, so my long-term account is longs. I look to buy like quality names down 30, 40, 50%. And then the normal swing account, it's long only swing account, looking to swing trade in a bullish environment. It's mostly been in cash. I mean, a little bit of a drawdown right now, but it's been probably in cash for, at least 80% in cash, for like the last 2 months.
All right, so let's get back to what we were looking at. What we've been trading today. MNQ.
And only until recently, shorts weren't working either because it was just range bound.
Really quick, let's squeeze this in and spread it up. Open it up a little bit. We don't need this anymore. So one thing I'm seeing here.
Also don't need to short. Once, the good environment comes back, you can make 10, 15% in a month. No problem. Just buy the leaders, focus on those sectors.
Yeah.
30, 40, 50% in a year. I've made that. You can make that. No problem.
Chris, a day like Candy Crush, man, it just does take a little bit of, you're like, oh, no problem. With 40% returns, annualized, piece of cake. Which hedge fund
Don't buy.
40% returns?
No,
Because I know it's a total of 0.
No, really?
Yeah.
Well, also, they're trading large volume.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, if it was so easy, everybody would be doing it.
It's hard, but trading is hard in general. But if you have a $25,000 to $1 million account, and you go on, I'm not recommending it, but a lot of big traders, like on the swing trading side, you guys know that they use margin to capture bigger. Well, it all comes to position sizing. If you're risking 1% of your account in a trade, and your spread between the entry and the stop is so small, you can have 100% of your account in it, right? So it's just risk management through percentage-based approach, and that's how you're 150, 200% invested. And if you're in leading names, you're in the Palantir like last year, or other names, Hood, and it goes up 30%, 40% in a month. When you have a 40% position size, what growth is that in a month, right? It's about tailoring the strategy for that. You won't get there if your position size is 3 or 5% per trade. You need to have 20, 30%.
So Chris is saying, just for clarity, But the way to make 50% is just wait for Amazon for Tesla to have a big red down day and just pull for it along.
Not saying that at all. NFA. Hey, chat, listen, bro. Nothing you hear right now is financial advice.
Full port Fridays.
In fact, this stream might get deleted.
Don't buy. Don't buy.
Nothing wrong with a little fun. Let's not act like we have a what on our seat.
What do we know?
A stick.
What are my top 3 stocks for the next few years? I don't even know what my top 3 stocks for the next month are. What do you mean top 3 years? I can't. I don't look at the market like that. If the market's trending higher and it's healthy, what is the leading sector? What has it been for the last few years? AI. Okay, what within that industry? What are the leading sectors? You have semiconductors, manufacturing. You have power, you have utilities. Right? It's a top-down process. Data centers, yeah, they were big. VRT, right? VRT is so strong. You have memory.
The biggest name that I'm excited about is when Kraken goes IPO.
I'm excited for that, and then also, what
are some other IPOs that you have your eyes on, Chris?
Musk's company.
You want to smell my musk?
I'm good.
SpaceX,
yeah. There's so much hype around it. Like guys, RKLB, Rocket Lab, huge growth in the last year. That's what I'm talking about. Leaders, you capture one of those with, really good sizing.
Full port. You capture it with full port.
No, it's all about managing risk, guys. You gotta manage your risk. Okay.
You can't. Listen, full port, but manage risk.
You don't risk more than 0.5% per trade in swing trading. You don't need to. You find a good spot. You find a day trading entry into a swing trade. You can risk 0.5% of your stock, and because of that, your size is going to be big. Anyways, remember our comments on you were asking me, like one of our original videos, you were asking me, how do you get longer or something like that. I forget it. It was like on last year's Ninja's end of year video.
How do you get longer?
Something like that. How do you hold longer? You guys saw me. I held pretty long until 6 hours. Right now, it's not the market to be aggressive in swing trading, guys. It's not. Nasdaq just something melting into the close.
Love to see it.
Wonder if like at $20, guys.
I mean, you should have gone for 15 on.
Well, the rules don't. No, the rules don't allow that. What type of environment is good for swing trading when the indices are above the 50 EMA, 50 SMA, whatever you look at? We're below the 200 MA. Like that I should tell you right there, we're not in a healthy environment.
hoping this thing just keeps on going. Or if algo time's gonna accelerate us.
Yeah. Nobody wants to hold into the weekend.
It's Thursday.
Yeah, but you can already feel it in the air. That's for sure.
You can feel it in the air.
Yeah. Nobody wants to hold. Is the EMA or NA?
I wonder if Jim's level is going to come.
What was his level again?
6505. Another 20 points. He said, Leo, this is going to be the low day. 6505.
Hey, that's so loud down there.
65. Good.
You get 7R right now, guys. What will the indices do tomorrow? Go up and down, sideways, circles. Dow is no longer at 50,000.
Attention traders.
Here comes Kane. See if they push lower. 30 seconds.
Says I'm down 65. $41.
Attention traders, it's algo time.
Algo time.
Algo time.
Oh, what's going to happen? Here are the algos.
Oh, it's not about the long thing. Yeah. I think it's going to run in the day.
Loss?
Oh.
Here's the good run. I mean, so far we've been kind of up and over this line right here.
Yeah,
And splitting that. Go up over it.
Or we go to taking your lows.
You should have got in right there.
Yeah, it's small size. I mean, I'm not trying to be crazy here. But
Yeah, I'll tell you that guy, this Chris guy, he killed it today. That's cool. It's nice to see somebody do that. He had a very cool trend. He explained it very well. Maybe I'll go back through and listen to this again and see what he's talking about exactly. See how this week goes. Tomorrow's Friday. Let's at least try to get one red day in on the week.
Why did you close your short?
I closed it out forever ago.
Yeah, but you didn't the rules make it. You didn't respect your stop.
What?
What was your original stop?
I took myself out of the trade in profit, like out of the last two pieces.
See, that's why you gotta follow the rules. It wouldn't have
That was
happened.
I have to follow.
This is insane fall off today. I want to get in again, but now I'm nervous.
Orders will lie. You kept the stop. You kept the stop.
Holy hindsight! Wow, that is incredible.
If you kept your stop at that area, you've been good. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we all know that now.
Listen, you should have asked me for help on the order flow. I can look at the 1 through 2s for you.
Okay, I'll request your help next time. Right, okay.
What did we learn today, Leo?
Nothing. We learned that Chris doesn't even know what the hell is happening on the stream.
And they love 1-2s.
Yeah, hindsight. Like they're talking about, would have been a great day to just buy in a point position and just hang on to it all day. I mean, everything I've been looking at is just a crash out today. This is following the same pattern almost as the overall market. It's coming up a little bit now. My guess is Monday this will be back up, and hopefully I can bring in some cashola off of that.
No, I was just noticing, and since you talk about it, I wanted to.
I'm going to close out really negative today. That's fine because this one's a little bit longer term hold.
With that 8R. For sure.
Let's look at the daily, day chart.
6R.
It's hard to read, I know. But here, let's come over here. It's a.
I don't know. I think you should
Sit
go
over here.
like 7R.
Yeah, look at this move. We're going from James level here. Dumping.
This is crazy. I should have stayed. Man, tomorrow's going to be a little bit of a reversal day, I hope. But this is just dropping. This just dropping off for the day.
No, I just think that we're starting to get a kind of a directional move here in a higher time frame. So more people are going to start piling in. And I think more people coming to the market is good for just overall market activity. It creates a better trading environment. Say,
You're not a range connoisseur?
I love ranges, but after a while, it just gets old.
Yeah, just making money repeatedly gets old. You hear that, guys?
I want to do it in a
Tired of
harder, more
making
challenging
money.
way.
It's so boring for him to just show up and sell that same level every day.
I love the way you try.
I am so sorry for trying to capture trends and you're over here.
You don't like ranges?
I love ranges.
So just look at how this
trader
kind of behaves. It's been going up. We crashed down. And this is a little bit lower than any of these other crash downs, but it still crashed it down. Then we come back up to the 420 level, 430. And then we crash back down. This really peaked up.
I can never be this funny in one. It's like,
So,
with Barrett, so it's a challenge.
it hangs out down below this line
I'm just kidding, Barrett.
for a few days. I don't see any reason why shouldn't come back up and get me over the weekend and get me back into some profits here. So That's what we'll hope for. And if not, I guess that'll be the end of that chapter. We'll be done doing this for a while. Anyway, thanks for watching. You want to check that one more time on the MQ? Look at what I just missed.
In real life stream though, I can't, not a 2-hour session.
MQ, M6, feature.
What am I coming on to? Yeah.
What now?
I don't know. He said, "Come on, Leo." What am I? All three with that.
Look at that drop.
They do. That is some sauce right there.
We need it. Put it on.
Jim is here.
Get the hat.
Hello, Jim.
I'm not wearing it, so I guess we get to go 5s.
Jack, listen, it's a joke. I will text Merritt and say I made a joke about you so that he knows that he was joked about. Is that okay? I'm not talking trash about Merritt. I'm gonna text him right now.
I didn't want to banter.
Hey Merritt, I made a funny joke about you today on stream. We had a laugh about it. You can return the favor to me next time you're on, and I'll watch it.
Good try, Leo.
Good try.
Cover what? It's a cover.
We're going for your level, huh?
I don't know. We're running out of time, man.
Wait, what was the NQ level that you were looking for?
No, I was still asking you. I was trying to get to that blind spot once.